Hi, my dear grade 11 students. Welcome back to my channel. And it's nice to see you again. Okay, and I'd like to congratulate you for doing well in your previous modules. You will get there soon. We're almost halfway in our first semester for our subject, English for academic and professional purposes. Okay, and now we're going to have the reviews, critiques, and reaction papers. From the previous modules, you have learned how to outline text, how to do the critiquing. Okay, and so this time we'll have to do more ways on how to write our reviews, critiques, and reaction papers. Okay, and let's get started. Okay, so we do have our learning competency here. Okay, writes an objective or balanced review or critique a work of art, an event, or a program. Okay, so probably you were invited a lot of times to watch this certain webinar. Right, yeah, for this time, yeah, we do have a lot of webinars, okay, to watch. Okay, so for that manner, maybe you can also apply what you will be learning for today, how to do but I also believe that after the webinar, there is also a kind of feedbacking, yes, from you. So there is the attendance link, and then they will be asking what you have learned, okay, from the webinar. So it's basically like that, okay. But this one, it's more of the serious one, okay, because we will be applying this into our academics, okay, or in our lessons. Okay, so the objectives we have here is first, determine the purpose of a reaction paper, review and critique, identify the features, structure, and guidelines in writing a reaction paper. Okay, review or critique. Okay, write an effective reaction paper, review and critique, apply the guidelines in writing an effective reaction paper, review and critique. Okay, so here we'll have to give definition on what are these academic papers or academic texts, okay, we have here. So basically these three are belong to or part of our academic text. Okay, so they are all specialized forms of writing in which a reviewer, you the writer, yes, or reader, evaluates any of the following. Okay, so it's a scholarly work. Okay, it could be academic books, okay, articles. Okay, it's a work of art, okay, performance art, play, exhibits. If it's a design, if those are designs, so it's about industrial or fashion design. Graphic design, so that includes posters, billboards, commercials, and digital media. Okay, so for reviewers, actually, they don't just rely simply on mere opinions. That's why we can't just compare them to a simple summary. Okay, when your teacher, asked you or tasked you to summarize something. Okay, so that was part of another discussion, right? How to summarize. Okay, so summary, I think, is just more simple. Yeah, it's or simpler than these three: reaction papers, reviews, and critics. Okay, so here we would have the comparison between reaction paper and doing the summary. So it's they are basically different. Okay, and yeah, here. So again, as mentioned earlier that for for a certain review, for a certain reaction paper to do well or to be effective, so they it's not just about providing opinions. Okay, so summary could be for summary, you could not also have your opinion to that matter, right? So it's basically on what's just stated, okay, explicitly, okay, in the text. Okay, here again, the reviewers or the readers also, you need to have proofs. You need proofs, you need logical reasoning, okay, to provide substance for your comments that you will be writing, or the content in your paper or in your text. Okay, so there has to be logical reasoning to that. Okay, so they all the process ideas and theories, you have to revisit them, and you have to extend these ideas in a specific field of study. Okay, and then after which you have to present an analytical response to a book, to an article, or to a certain paper. Okay, yes, that's right. So normally, okay, reaction papers, reviews, critiques, okay, they usually range in length from 250 to 750 words. I received a message from my student asking me, because the instruction tells them to have a minimum of 250 words. And then one said, Miss, is it possible to reach more than or beyond 250 words? Yeah, I do understand that she's just trying to follow the instruction, right? Yeah, so just the limit is 250, but you can go beyond as long as, yes, following the rules, okay, in writing. So again, yes, not simply summarizes, but are critical assessments, okay, analysis or evaluations of different works. Okay, they involve their skills in critical thinking and recognizing arguments. Okay, so you need to further improve your critical thinking skills to this manner. Okay, so you basically have to think of or analyze, interpret something. Okay, so you follow logical reasoning. Miss, how to do that? Okay, I hope this next slide will help you. Okay, so the structure of a reaction paper. Okay, and these are not really required, but more of recommendation. Okay, so this is what the content or the structure itself of your reaction paper review or critique. So of course, first is introduction. It's basically around 5% of your paper. So what can we find in your introduction? So we have here title of the book, the article or work, writer's name, and the thesis statement. Okay, we mentioned already before, right? How to locate our thesis statement. Okay, and your summary. Okay, so it follows summary around 10% of the paper. So what is found in your summary? So objective or purpose. You also have the methods used, if it is possible, if it is applicable. You also have your major findings, your claims, your ideas or messages. So claims here, yeah, the types of claims we do have, okay, from our reading and writing skills for the second semester. So that's another discussion. Okay, I hope I can, yeah, give you the link, okay, after the discussion. Okay, so after the summary, okay, again, the summary is how many percent of your paper? That's 10% of the paper. What we will be focusing more is on the, yeah, the critic itself. So introduction, the summary of what you are reading, or yeah, the book that you are about to review or to critique. And then after which, this is now the 75% of your paper. This is basically the already the content, or yeah, because this is now your review. Okay, so make it sure that you do have your appropriateness of methodology to support the argument. Okay, so there has to be theoretical soundness and explanation. Okay, so again, it is essential that you as the reviewer, or yeah, you are writing the review, so you have to follow logical organization and structure. Okay, so for your presentation, okay, to have a critical evaluation and to make it more effective. Okay, so again, there has theoretical soundness of explanation. uh, it's always based on theories. Okay, and there is again valid sources involved. Okay, so in relation to other available information and experts. Okay, other perspectives in explaining the concepts and ideas, there has to be again valid sources to this one. Okay, oh, by the way, yes, I forgot, I was trying to discuss it in an English language version, so I hope you can still catch up with the lesson. So I will try my best, okay? So I can add some Bisaya dialect here for deeper understanding for my grade 11 students. Okay, again, to widen our audience. Okay, and you also have here conclusion. Okay, so after doing the review, okay, ingon bitaw ko nga as much as possible. Okay, I'll include Bisaya dialect here. Okay, so after writing, pag humani mo suwat sa imuhang review or critic, which is 75% of the paper, then you do have your conclusion. Ma'am, ganin na kay nag-ingon ka nga introduction, summary, then review. Lahi po dahil ng conclusion, 10% of the paper. Ang imuhan conclusion kay ang imuhan namang overall impression sa work. Ang katong summary ganin na kay ang summary ang kuan man to, ang summary sa libro or sa text nga imuhang gibasa. Ang conclusion, ang sa tibuok na nimo nga gisuwat. Okay, apil na ang introduction, apil na ang summary, apil na ang review. Okay, mo na siya. Okay, scholarly or literary value of the reviewed article, book, or work. Okay, the benefits for the intended audience. Okay. So, unsay makuha nila kung ilahaning mabasa nga certain nga libro, okay, or article. Diri sa dimo ibutang ang imong suggestion nga kanay siya nga article nga imong gi-recommend or it's a recommendation. So review ra man gyud og critic. So pwede di siya nga mahimo or magamit sa research pohon. Okay. So suggestion man lang. Okay. So pwede po siya inana lang. Okay. So katotong gipang mention ganina, so these are the recommended structure of reviewing or using or sa pagbuhat na to sa review or critic. Okay. Kaning basic structure, if basic lang or general ra nga reviews imong gigamit or lain nga type sa reviews lang, so pwede ra sad ni nga inani lang nga style. Okay, so first, introduction. So the basic details about the material. Okay, then you do have your plot summary, the description. So sa imuhang summary kay ang gist of the plot lang ang pinaka highlight sa plot, okay, and just simple description. This is very simple raman, okay? And then you do have, instead of the review, the battle 75%, so pwede ra ka analysis and interpretation. Okay, so imong i-discuss dire unsa ang work about, okay, unsa imong nasabtan or unsa ang gi-provide nga content ngadto sa imong article or libro nga gibasa. Okay. And in common katunang conclusion or evaluation. So ang naa diri kay reinforcement of the main assessment. Comparison to a similar work. So naa na ang comparison, i-compare nimo ang imong gibasa nga libro sa katong gisuggest nga libro or somewhat similar o content sa imong gibasa. Okay. So sa conclusion adto pa nimo ay recommendation or suggestion nga nganong dapat ni siya basahon sa ubang tao. Okay. Kay actually if you are to make a review, you're also paid. Okay, if kanang muhang trabaho kay freelancer ka, okay nya, and you're looking for this kind of kumay ka musuwat ba, so daghan sang mga clients nga nangita og inani nga musuwat og review, di ba naaman na sa i-search ninyo kay bisan gani sa Play Store, okay na i-review sa a certain game or imong gi-download, okay, so inana sad siya ang dating ang nakalahi lang kay atong gibuhat ang atong gitagaan og review kay mga academic text man, dili ra man lang kung dili lang kanang basta-basta ba. Okay, so parehas ng thesis, okay, so articles, so mo na siya. Okay, so guidelines, okay, gi-mention man ni nato ganina sa atong objectives, no? So unsay angay buhaton, okay, kung magsuwat na ta sa atong reaction paper, review or critique. Okay, kung sa articles o journals ang atong basihan, okay, of course no kinahanglan nga nagbasa ta, okay, at ang gisabot niya naminaw pud ta sa ubang mga review sa ato ang according sa ato ang tong libro nga tong gibasa. Okay, unsa ang main topic nila, unsa ang concept nga ilang gi-present. Okay. Pwede pod nga imo sang i-relate sa content sa imuhang work nga imuha nang na of course imuha nang na experience no or imuha nang naagian. Okay. And you also have to focus on discussing how the book treats the topic and not the topic itself. Okay, so I hope nakuha na ni nga imong i-discuss giunsa kay how giunsa pagtrato sa usa ka libro ang topic. Okay, dili lang mismo nagisgot lang ka nga mao ni ang topic. So dili siya nag-focus lang diha. Okay nga nag-discuss lang siya unsa ang topic. Okay, it's more of giunsa pag-deliver sa writer nga ang content niya na tukma sa katong topic nga iyang gi-provide. Okay, so hope nakuha ra ng dapitan, no? Okay, actually kung imo ni siyang buhaton makainganiyo pa siya sa ubang mga readers and writers nga mobasa pod sa ikaw nga nag-review. Okay, so this will make your review more engaging to your readers too. Okay, next is we have here letter C. Sorry, yun ibalik dito. Focus on discussing, yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. So focus on discussing. Okay, actually this is very essential when you use phrases like this work or this book presents and the author argues regarding this one. Okay, so kanang dapita or kanang statement, you are trying to highlight on what the writer, okay, of that book or article is trying to convey, okay, about the topic nga imuhang taga nag-review. Okay, and next, okay, another guidelines here. Okay, examine whether the findings are adequately supported and how the connections between ideas affect the conclusions and findings. Okay, so imo din ipangutana nga to nga nakakuan ba kanino, nakatabang ba kanino. Okay, so imo examine dayon nga to. Okay, so I hope nakita or nasabtan na dihang dapita. Okay, and you also have to suggest, okay, wait, yeah, mabalik jud ko. Suggest points for improvement of the reasoning. Okay, explanation, presentation of ideas as well as alternative methods and process of reasoning. Okay, so when you also have to suggest points daw. Okay, naabay alternative methods ato or kung ang librong imong gibasa kay naghatag lang siya isa ka method, maybe you can add nga, okay, you can also do this one. Okay, so inana bisan isa or duha lang nga naka i-provide nga suggestion, so kahit na kay na. Okay, next guideline is point out other conclusions or interpretations that the writer or the creator missed out on. So present other ideas that need to be examined. Okay, so dapat i-appeal pud na nimo kay di ba makapangutana man ta sa tong kaugalingon mga unsa day kung dapat isuwat sa kuan mi sa ako ang reaction paper or sa review. Okay, so mo na ni siya. Mo na imo mga guidelines. Okay. So ano day ako dang i-appeal nganong maayo or dapat ni nga isuwat or nganong kinahanglan pa nga naay additional or ang review ang kay apil ng improvement or na ba siya na missed out nga other content or other ideas unta nga posible unta niya nga ibutang pangadto. Okay, so that's for suggest points and also to process more reasoning. So mo ang naa siya kinahanglan. Okay, next is show your agreement with the writers creators ideas or with the writers or creators ideas and present an explanation for this agreement. Okay, so nganong ni-agree ang writer, nganong wala siya ni-agree. Okay, so imo sad ibutang ato. Okay, imo na siya ang imuhang i-examine pa. Okay, so there is always the comparison. Okay, and to have more sources pa jud. Okay, so actually kung maghimo ka review, dili lang ka magbasa og usa lang ka libro pa. So you have to read other books related sa libro nga imong gibasa para mas masabtan, para mas mahanay, para mas makapresent pa ka og mas eksakto nga review. Okay, mas matagaan og hustisya ang imong review nga tinuod jud ay. Okay, again, there is always critical thinking and valid reasoning, okay, sa imong gi-review. Okay. Ako lang gipang filter ang katong pinaka-importante. So gipang kuan na nako. The module itself nga gi-provide sa inyo ha kay naa to ang nako gitangtang lang again gipang filter na nako. Okay, for another guideline when you are trying to review for artworks and other media, okay, so make sure lang to use speculative verbs, okay, such as evoke, create, appear, and suggest, as to give again justice, okay, to your review, or mas substantiate ang imuhang gisuwat, mas matagaan o ganang unod, okay, ana siya. Okay, another, presume that the reader has not yet seen the material you are reviewing. So make sure to describe it to them. Okay, so I think there was also another lesson that I provided in which I gave some important verbs to be used. Okay, so naay mga verbs nga kinahanglan nimo nato nga gamiton for the exact paper or for the exact review. Okay. So, inig-describe mo dapat kay specific and clear. Sakto ni siya. Okay. So, for reviews of films or plays, make it sure lang pod nga wala ka naka-spoil sa events. Okay. Para at least, if it, if, sorry, if it ever happens nga naka-reveal ka sa scene, so always make it sure nga na kay mga disclaimer diha. Okay, inumero nimo nga sa ako lang ni pagtan-aw nga mao ni siya posible nga nahitabo. Okay, so don't spill the beans. Okay, don't spoil the key events. Okay, for artworks, describe the material in simple terms to help your audience visualize it. Okay, so again, yes, descriptive information. Okay, so sa writing, importante nga mas ni describe ka og tarong sa imuhang gi-reviewhan. Okay, especially kay artworks man na siya, o di ba, sa mga graphic designs. Okay, so refrain from being vague or abstract. So dapat klaro. Okay, di ba, sa oral communication, so we always have to avoid miscommunication or misinterpretation of words. So we have to provide appropriate message, okay, or the exact message to our readers. Okay, yes. And for number 3, okay, on the general note, okay, your reaction paper's conclusion also may focus on the following ideas. Okay, so these are just guideline questions. Okay, so or guide questions. Okay, did the work hold your interest? Okay, did the work annoy or excite you? Okay, did the work prompt you to raise questions to the author? Okay, and okay, these questions would lead you to would help you saon pagsuwat og maayo nga review paper, okay, reaction paper or critic. Okay, diba sayo na kayo ang lesson for for our week 7 module. So excited na ko nga mo check sa inyong papers, and thank you also for joining with me today in our lesson. And if you believe that this lesson is very helpful in your study, please have a thumbs up, yes, in this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video too. Thank you and enjoy learning, my dear grade 11 students. See you in my next video lesson. Bye for now.